This is Gigi Lorita. I thought I had it. Let's give her a big round of applause.
Who are you? Who really are you? And I'm not just talking about your name. What qualities do you inherit? And from where do you receive them? Where do you get your looks from? Me? I'm Italian. And I'm proud to be. I'm descended from a famous poet, and I also come from the Loreto family. I'm proud to say that Italy has contributed some of the greatest inventions in the world. As I previously stated, I'm related to famous poet Christina Rossetti. On my mom's side of the family is my grandma Anna and my pap Ettore Rossetti. They are Italian, and so was she. Christina was born December 5th, 1830, and died December 29th, 1894 because of cancer. This is Christina Rossetti. Christina's father was Italian, and her mother was part Italian and part English. Christina was very close to her mother. In fact, her first poem she wrote when she was 11 was titled To My Mother. This is Christina and her mother. Her father was exiled from Italy because of his political action, so they moved to England, and that's why she was an English poet. She was born in a family of artists and was the fourth child out of 4 children. She sometimes wrote under the pseudonym or pen name Ellen Allen. She's famous for a long poem, The Goblin Market. Her love poem, Remember. And she also has written religious works. Christina was a very religious person, and she even broke an engagement because of religion. She has written other poems, such as A Daughter of Eve and another one called Echo. She had a total of 318 pieces. Conversely, on my dad's side of the family are the Loreto family. My great-grandfather was named Luigi Loreto, and he was born in Pregnano, Italy. He was 25 years old when he came to America and was married to a woman named Rose Cabo. They had a daughter named Laura. The woman stayed in Italy when Luigi came to America on the Principe di Piemonte. He departed in Naples, Campania, Italy, and he came with $9. Can you imagine coming to a whole new place with $9 in your pocket? This is Luigi's passenger record. He arrived at Ellis Island on July 8, 1907, and he couldn't speak English well when he got there. So when he was legalized, people put Loretta instead of Loreto, and that's how I got my last name. Luigi's friends helped him get to Pennsylvania, and he got a job at a coal mine. He made some money, and he sent it to his wife and child so they could come to America. Rose came to America in 1910, 3 years later. This is Luigi and his wife, Rose Cabo. This is Rose Cabo's certificate of identification. And Rose and Luigi, they ended up having a total of 15 kids, one of them being my great-grandfather, Roland Anthony Loretta. And he married my great-grandmother, Rosemary, or as we call her, Sally Savage. This is a picture of them when they went to Italy. Now, my great-grandma Sally had my grandfather, Roland Louis Loretta I, who, with my grandmother, Wanda Zuzak, had my father, Roland Louis Loretta II, who married my mother, Christine Rossetti, who had my sister and I. And that's how I'm standing here today. Moving away from the family aspect, we come to the inventions Italy has provided for us. There's the telephone, and now, I know, Alexander Bell has the patent for the electric telephone, but an Italian immigrant named Antonio Meucci developed the voice communication device, which he called the teletrafono, in 1849. But he was only recognized for his part in the invention in 2002. This is the teletrafono. Now, I would like you to all do me a favor and raise your hand if you have ever owned or worn a pair of jeans. Jeans are considered to be a part of American culture, but they actually have an Italian origin. They were worn by sailors in the 17th century in Genoa, Italy. It is thought that the name for jeans comes from the French word for Genoa, gens. There's also the newspaper, which can be traced back to Venice, Italy in 1556, where the government wrote handwritten sheets called avisi, which contained political, economical, and military news. In conclusion, I have learned so much about my Italian heritage and will be walking away with so much knowledge and such a great experience. I hope you will walk away with something new. I have learned about the common, everyday inventions Italy has provided for us, my family tree, and that I'm related to a famous poet, Christina Rossetti. I have read Christina Rossetti's poems, and they are truly amazing. My favorite one is titled Echo. So without further ado, I leave you with a quote, a stanza from Christina Rossetti's Echo. Quote, "Oh dream, how sweet, too bittersweet, where souls brimful of love abide in me, and thirsting, longing eyes watch the slow door, that opening, letting in, lets out no more."